So my name is Blessing Alayande, Programs Manager at iQube Labs, and I'll be talking about iQube OX, at least the introductory part today. This is our second session, and you can catch up on previous sessions on YouTube, on Twitter, our social media handles. So before we dive into what we have for today, I'll just give a brief overview of iQube OX. So iQube OX is an open learning and exchange community. So in this community, learners can collaborate together with other learners. You can learn from mentors. It's essentially an open learning and exchange community, and it is a mentor-based learning. So unlike usual traditional platforms where you have to just buy a course, pay for the course, whether it's self-paced or you follow the instructor's learning, right? This is mentor-based. You work on a project, you'd have different projects to build. It's going to be progressive. You'd work on a project, you get feedback from your peers, from your mentors, and you are allowed to make mistakes and get corrections, so you can implement these corrections and have solid projects to add to your portfolio. So you also have access to resources instead of just jumping on random YouTube playlists without knowing if they are concise enough. You have curated materials that are sent by your instructors, that's the mentors, to fuel your learning journey. And you also apply the knowledge that you learn on hands-on projects. So we have 5 learning tracks at the moment in iQube.ox. We have the front end with AI. You learn the basics of front end. You learn to build front end projects with and without AI. We also have back end. For us today, we are going to have a mentee who has learned a bit of back end that they are going to be presenting today. We also have the AI ML track. You learn about artificial intelligence and machine learning, not just using generative AI. You learn how to actually build AI, right? You learn from the basics, using Python, building different projects along the line. There's also DevOps. And we also have tech for teens. If you have younger ones, people in your church, your communities that are young and in their teens, they can actually start learning about tech from now. They don't have to wait till later. And with the model we have, it's going to be very, very easy for them to learn. It's going to be hands-on. So with iQube.ox, we are relying on our strong network of mentors. We have mentors for every stage of your learning, and they'll be offering support at every step of the way. We have learning mentors, we have direct mentors, we have senior mentors, supervisors, and advisors. So I'll quickly give a rundown of what differentiates each types of mentors. For learning mentors, they are just like your peers or people that know a little bit more than you do, so they can easily put you through what you already know and show you that, oh, this is how you do this, this is how you do this, oh, I've learned this before, these are the mistakes I made, this is how I was able to navigate this particular thing. So they are learning mentors. So you also have direct mentors. Direct mentors are the ones in charge of sending you resources. They are responsible for the structure, models, the projects you have to build, and they also have a significant knowledge base, so they can always put you through. Then we have senior mentors. Senior mentors are thought leaders. They've worked on several projects, different companies. They've built ideas. They've been able to curate tracks. They've been able to curate learning plans. They've been able to build projects, so they would be able to put you through on industry leading projects. Then we also have supervisors. Supervisors are industry experts from big tech companies, and they can share their career paths and experience. So even if you start out as a front end developer, you won't be like, oh, okay, after front end, do I have to move to back end? Do I have to move to design? Do I have to move to mobile development? You don't have to make guesses on which track you should join, on what you should learn. With supervisors, they can hold your hand and let you know that, okay, this is what is going on in the industry at the moment. This is the career path you can follow right? And you don't have to make mistakes. You don't have to do a lot of guesswork. You don't have to test the waters by yourself. So this saves a significant portion of your time, right? And it helps in curating a solid career path. Then we also have advisors. Advisors are mentors that are like at the top of their careers, right? They are senior researchers in different fields. They are at the top of their careers, and they have the knowledge base to advise you on your career path and journey. It's not just about building code. It's not just about doing designs. It's not just about being a front-end developer or whatever it is you're learning, right? They are also showing you the career aspect of being in tech, or how to curate your LinkedIn, how to network, how to position yourself for jobs, industries you can pivot into, and they are just there for you. And the beauty of iQube.OX is for all these mentorship levels, you have access to all these mentors, right? You don't have to say, okay, I'm just a mentee, I only have access to any mentor, then any mentor has access to direct mentor. No, you have access to all levels of mentors, right? And as you're part of the community, you don't have to learn in isolation. You don't have to be shy and say, oh, I don't want to talk on the community, so nobody knows me. No, you can't afford to be shy about your career. You have to be loud about it. You have to take advantage of this mentorship that iQube.OX is serving you on the platter. I mean, you don't have to start reaching out to people on LinkedIn or Twitter that, oh, please mentor me, I want you to mentor me, of which you may not even get responses. But with iQube.OX, we have these mentors among us, right? So it has reduced a significant portion of your time and energy that you will take to start looking for mentors, right? And it's not just anybody, because anybody can post on social media to be a thought leader, whereas they are not really they don't really know their onions. But here we have mentors that know their onions. They've worked in different industries. You can even vet their profiles on LinkedIn, their recommendation. So moving to the next initiative, with time, we are going to introduce the iQube.OX stars. That will be stars of the month, right? So the way it works is we are going to reward exceptional work and community engagement. So if you're engaging on the community, you're answering questions, you're asking questions, you're making use of mentorship, we see you and we would want to reward you as an iQube.OX star of the month. So the initiative will recognize members that demonstrate strong commitment, learning progress, collaboration, and meaningful contributions to the community. So as an iQube.OX engage on the community, you're expected to answer the questions your mentors, whether it's learning mentors, direct mentors, you're expected to answer their questions. You're expected to give a progress report of what you're learning. You're expected to showcase what you've learned in an iQube.OX session just like this. And you're expected to collaborate with other members of the community. I mean, if you're given a learning resource to work with, you've learned it, you know how to go about it, and a fellow mentee is having the problem, you don't have to wait for the mentor to respond to the person. You can always reply by collaborate. You can collaborate, you reply, and even if your answer is wrong, your mentor can be like, oh, that's not the way to go about it. This is actually the way to go about it. So this is a better way to go about it. And also making meaningful contributions to the community. So how do you actually become an OX star? So the way to become is actually very easy. So every month, there'll be a short list of candidates from each track who qualify to be OX stars. I mean, your fellow mentees are seeing you, so there will be a short list. And after shortlisting the participants, you would have to showcase what you've learned so far, right? So even if you're in front end, back end, AI, ML, whatever track you're in, you'll be expected to showcase what you've learned and demonstrate that you actually know it. And there would be a voting system. So it's not like the mentors are going to impose an OX star on you. No, you would actually be voted by members of your community. So if you're in the background, you're not talking, you're not participating, no one would know you and no one will vote for you. So, and being an OX star is actually a big thing because you stand to gain a lot from it. And what you stand to gain includes social media feature. We'll be featuring iQube.OX stars on our social media pages, and with our social media, giving you global visibility. You get featured, more people see you. It shows you as a global talent who knows what they are doing, right? And the more people see you, the more you are able to network, you connect with peers, you connect with mentors, you connect with potential recruiters. So the next steps for iQube.org. So the structure we have on ground is we have a 2-week sprint session. So if you start a sprint today and you're given learning resources, you're expected to cover it to a certain extent within 2 weeks. So within these 2 weeks, you're allowed to learn, you're allowed to make mistakes, you're allowed to ask questions, you're allowed to improve. Then you present what you have learned, right? So when you present what you have learned, it actually showcases that you know what you're doing. So for now, since this is the ending of December, the current sprint is going to end today. So a mentee is going to be showcasing what they've learned within the past 2 weeks. So the next sprint is going to kick off on the January 5th. You're going to have resources during the holidays. So the holidays is not just for eating chicken or enjoying yourself. You also have opportunity to learn. Your mentors are going to drop resources that you can follow and learn from. So by January 17th, we'll have our next session, right? And also during this period, it gives the new mentees, the newer members of each track, enough time to catch up on the activities. So with iQube.org, everybody is critical, whether you're a mentee, a mentor of any level, everybody is critical. And we can only strengthen this community by bringing in new people to learn and collaborate with us, right? So if you are learning here, you can spread the word to your friends, to everybody, your network, to let them know that, oh, there is a community where you can learn, and not just learn, you get to build, you have access to mentors, you have access to building your career. So how you can bring people on board. You can invite people via the Google form. The Google form is on our Twitter bio, it's X bio, right? And the pinned post, and our social media is iCube_OX on Twitter and YouTube. You can also ask for the link in the group. If you're already in the community, you can ask for the link so you can share with your network. And for past sessions, our past sessions are uploaded on YouTube. You can watch it there, and you can follow us to stay updated on everything we have to offer. So thank you for your time thus far.